fantastic, right? You just that's what you wanted. And sometimes what happens when you get into the classroom is that it looks a little bit different than you initially thought it would. That was my story anyway. I thought I was gonna have an amazing start to the career. Unfortunately, I did not. And I know I'm not the only one, but I need to let you know that it's not too late for you to become the teacher that you've always wanted to be and make the impact that you've always wanted to make. I'm sure that sometimes you look at your classroom right now and it may not be exactly what you always envisioned. Maybe your classroom was not managed exactly the way that you wanted it to be managed. Maybe your classroom, your students not as engaged as you wanted them to be. Maybe you don't feel as supported as you wanted to in your building. Right? Maybe you're not staying on pace with the pacing guide as much as you wanted to. Maybe there's some things that are happening that you didn't necessarily plan for, but you can still be the teacher that you've always wanted to be and make the impact that you've always wanted to make by doing three simple things. Tonight, you're going to learn the three simple things that you can do to make sure that this school year is your best school year and that you become the teacher you've always wanted to be. I'm just going to dive right into it. You know that we are live. It's so good to see you here. You can comment down below. Let me know that you're here. I actually just came from school, which is normally, I have on my Pursuit of Excellence merch. But tonight, I just have on the polo shirt that I wore to school today. Students come back for the first time tomorrow. And I was talking to a couple of teachers, and there's some anxiety. And so you get excited before the first day of school, but you also find a little bit of anxiety around stepping into school, meeting new students, and feeling like a new teacher all over again, because ultimately you just want to make sure that you are the teacher that you've always wanted to be. And every year is not going to be a perfect year. Every semester is not going to be a perfect semester. Every week's not going to be a perfect week, but every class is a new chance. And for those that are starting the school year, now's the chance. Now's the chance to become the thing that you've always wanted to be and be the teacher you've always wanted to be. There's three simple things you have to do. The first thing that you have to do is recognize that the teacher that you were made to be is already existing. It's you. Like, you don't have to become anybody else to make the difference that you were made to make. The first thing that you have to realize is that you are here to make a difference, and you're the only one that can make the difference that you could possibly make. And somebody's hearing that, and you're like, yeah, you say that all the time. We're like, yeah, I don't know if that's 100% true. But the reality of the situation is, you would not be in the position that you were in if it was not for who you are. I'm gonna say it one more time. A couple of weeks ago, I'll put it like this. A couple of weeks ago, um, there was this guy drafted to the NBA that everybody's been talking about. And whether or not you are a basketball fan, just listen, right? He was drafted to the NBA. He was okay in college. He averaged like 5 points, like three assists, and like two rebounds. If you're not a basketball person, those are not great numbers. But he was drafted to the NBA. He doesn't sound like one of the best, what I'm saying, one of the best players in the world to be drafted to the NBA. But then when he got drafted, they said, and with the 55th pick of the NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Bronny James. Bronny James, the son of LeBron. Even if you don't watch basketball, you know LeBron James is one of the greatest to ever do it. Some people say it's Jordan, some people say it's Kobe. LeBron is up there, right? One of the greatest to ever done it. This is LeBron James Jr. This is his son. And the reason why he was drafted, you can say what you want to say. You can say he earned it on his own. I don't care. Let's keep say what you want to say. The fact of the matter is, the reason why he was drafted is because of he's LeBron James's son. He wasn't drafted because of what he did. He was drafted because of who he is. And what I need you to understand, as you are stepping into the school year, you are in this position because of who you are. You are not the only English teacher in your building. You are not the only science teacher in the district. You are not the only person that teaches your grade level, your age students, but you are the only person that can do it the way that you do. And the reason why that position was given to you, the reason why you're in that classroom, in that role, in that position, is because of who you are. Like, you can obviously learn more skills, you can grow, you can do different things. You can always grow as a practitioner, right? But even as you grow and as you learn, you can change the things that you do, but never change the person you are. Change the things that you do, but never change the person that you are, because who you are is the reason why you were there. The people that hired you, the people that put you in that position, saw something in you that they didn't see in others. And the reason why you were there is because of the thing that sets you apart from the other people. When we do hiring, we don't hire because of similarities. We don't say, oh, this is just like that teacher. This is just like that teacher. We should put them on the same team because they are exactly similar, right? This is going to be a monochromatic team. No, we put you on that team because you're strong where somebody else is weak. We put you in that building because what you bring to the table is something that somebody else in the building is not bringing. You are in the position because of who you are. And I just need you to lean into that. And a lot of new teachers, when you step into the building, we look at what's happening in other highly effective teachers' classrooms, and we start to try to emulate and kidnap and do exactly what other people are doing. Learn strategies, right? Try things for different people. Take some things, absolutely, but at your core, remain true to who you are. You can change the things that you do, but never change the person you are. All right, that's the first thing. The first thing that you have to do is discover your unique impact method. Discover your unique impact method. And once you do that, you're on the path to becoming the teacher that you've always wanted to be. All right. The second thing that you have to do, I told you there are three things, and they actually all start with D. The first thing was to discover your unique impact method. Let me hear you say discover. I can't hear you. The second thing that you have to do is to develop. Well, let's not say develop there. We'll switch develop. The first, you want to discover your unique impact method. Then you want to decide on your system of support. All right. What's going on, Lori? Good to see you. And Karen, good to see you guys as well. All right. Thank you, Lori, for screaming it from the mountaintops for everybody to see. Discover. All right. I couldn't hear you, but I can see you typing. All right. The second thing that you want to do is decide on your system of support. And the reason why I say system of support is because a lot of times what I hear from teachers is that I don't feel supported, right? I don't feel like I can be, I don't feel the support from my administrators. I don't feel supported in my building. I don't feel the love on my team. I don't feel like I'm a part of the community. I don't feel like sometimes you're saying that you don't feel supported. And when people are feeling unsupported, that's what causes people to say, now, I can't do this anymore. I gotta quit. I go to find a different profession. But the reason is because what I want us to do is change the structure of support in our mind. Sometimes when we picture support, we picture, and I'm closing my eyes because I'm trying to visualize it. Sometimes when we visualize support, we visualize the thing that's holding us up. Meaning there's like one thing standing beneath you, like a tree trunk, just holding you up. That's the thing that's supporting me. I'm going to the one administrator. I don't feel supported. All right. I'm going to this one team in my hallway. One person in my hallway. I don't feel supported because we're envisioning something that's holding us up. But I want us to change the image in our mind of what support looks like. And when I think of support, what I want us to think about is the fact that wolves, when they travel, the way that they support one another, is that they are in a pack. And everybody in that pack feels supported because they're surrounded. Fish are mighty vulnerable when they're by themselves, but when they travel in schools, they feel supported because they are surrounded. Right? One of the reasons why people are feeling unsupported is because they're actually not surrounded. Sometimes you're asking for support. What you actually need is to be surrounded by supportive people. Support is not just one person. It's not just one thing that's going to hold you up, but you have to be surrounded. And that's how you feel supported. To surround yourself, what that means is find people, educators, non-educators, that are going to help you along the journey. Some of the people that you need to find are, write this down, you're going to need a guide, a mentor, a coach, like somebody who has been where you are and is where you eventually want to be. And you need that person in your corner. You need a person that is looking out for you on your right side. Like they're going through the trenches with you. You can vent about some things. They teach the same students that you do. Like they teach maybe the same subject. They're going through the same things. You need to find that person in your life. And somebody already knows who that is. Maybe it's a teacher in the hallway. But find that person on your life. Then on your left side, that's the person that is looking out for you. Maybe that's a therapist. Maybe that's a spouse. Maybe that's a loved one. But somebody that's always going to look out for you. They're checking on you. Did you eat today? Right? All right, hey, listen, close your laptop. It's going to be there tomorrow. Come on home, right? Who's the person that's looking out for you? As you keep pouring out to everybody else, who's filling your cup? You need that person on your team. And then you also need the person that's behind you to push you, to motivate you. That is the person that is looking up to you. Sometimes it's a mentee, sometimes it's a child, but you need somebody who is looking up to you, that's motivating you because you know, man, I've got to stay on my stuff. I've got to do what I've got to do because I know that this person is looking up to me. Who's that person that can motivate you because you know that you're inspiring them? Right? If you surround yourself with people like this, then you can't say, I don't feel supported because you're now surrounded. It's not that I'm just going to an administrator. Because if I go to an administrator that's too busy, now I'm feeling unsupported. If I go to an instructional coach that can't squeeze me into the schedule, now I'm feeling unsupported. But if I surround myself with a supportive team, surround myself with community, surround myself with people that are looking out for my well-being and are going to encourage and inspire and push me, yeah, then I can feel supported, right? I see you, Ronette. So good to see you. I know we had the podcast a little bit a while ago. A mentor is a must, whether officially or unofficially. Absolutely. All right. And then Donald's asking, what happens if you have no one? If you have no one, listen, we are in a day and age, Donald, where the people are there. You just have to put yourself in a position to go find them. And what I mean by that is, man, I'm not a big fisher, but the time I did fish, I was talking to my friends about this yesterday. The times that I did fish, we went to a fishing pond, right? And so they just had lots of fish out there. And what I would do, I would cast the net, not cast the net, but I'll put the fishing rod. I told you I don't fish. I'll put the fishing rod out there, and nothing was really biting. And my dad was like, because you have to put a worm on the hook. And I was like, Dad, I don't want to put a worm. I don't want to touch the worms. That's gross. I don't want to do that, right? So my dad took a worm and put it on the hook, and I put it out there, and then they all came biting. What I'm saying is, you got to be that worm on the hook. You got to put yourself in a position where people are going to come biting. Sometimes that's going to be like an online group, right? We're here on Facebook right now. I guarantee you, Donald, you can find a group here, this community right here, right now, saying, listen, I live here. I teach this. I'm struggling with this. And there are people that can say, I have that experience, Donald. Let's chat, right? There are online community spaces that you can go in. There are coaches and mentors like myself that literally just want to help see other people win. I'm literally one of those types of people that just want to help other people win. And Donald, if you were to reach out, send a message, say, man, I'm looking for coaching, I'm looking for mentorship. There's definitely, myself included, there's definitely people who are saying, I got you. Here's what we can do. There's way that you can learn through like professional development, trading PD, even if you can't find people in your building. Right? I want you to hear this. Even if you don't find people in your building, there are people in the world. You've got to just put yourself out there to be able to find them, right? And they definitely, but if you got to find yourself people around you that can support you, that you guys support you, right? Right? And Karen said, listen, I'm still learning from people on my team. I love it. All right, let's get back to it. I told you that there were three things. Donald, I love the question. If you have another one, let me know. I love the questions. But the first thing we said we had to do was we had to discover, right? Lori helped us out. We have to discover our unique impact method. Then we have to decide on our system of support, right, Donald? Who are those people going to be? Even if they're not in my building, who are those people going to be that are going to help me along my journey? And the last thing that you have to do is develop your own transformation plan. If I asked you who's in charge of your career, most people would say me. Most people say I'm in charge of my career. Most people say I'm in control, right? But then if I asked you, okay, so who's in control of the information that you learn, the skills that you acquire? If you say, oh, district assigns my professional development. If you say my administrators assign my PD. If you say that my team lead chooses what conferences and workshops we go to. Okay, you're, whoever is in control of the information that you are given to build the skills that you need is the person that's in control of your career. Because if those people are choosing the things that you need, or if those people are choosing the things that you learn, that means those people are determining your outcome, right? But if you are choosing your own professional development, your own workshops, your own conferences, your own summits, if you're choosing your own based off of the skills that you know you need, now you're in control of your career. And to be honest, most people sit back and wait for professional development to be aligned, right? Most people sit back and they complain about having ineffective professional development. You're not in control. Can I be honest? Can I be real? You're not in control if you're just sitting back and waiting and hoping and wishing that the correct professional development falls on your lap. But in order to be in control of your career, you've got to be in control of what it is that you learn. I like to think about it like the algorithm, right? In Instagram, the algorithms are going crazy. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is. Somebody put it to me like this, and I thought it was so crazy. The thoughts and the ideas that okay, wait, hold on. Let me scratch that. The life that we are moving into, the life that we are about to live, right, is going to be built on the thoughts and the ideas that we currently have in our head now. Right. Some of the decisions that you're making are because the ideas you have in your head now. The path that you're putting yourself on is because of the idea that's in your head now. And what is influencing our ideas the most is who we learn from and what we learn from a lot on social media. So the people that we are following on social media, the content that we are seeing in social media is influencing our minds now to determine the trajectory of our future. Is that making sense? Like, think about it. When you go onto your social media apps, a lot of times you see some of the same content or some of the same pages you follow or some like content, but the thing that you are immersing yourself in is influencing your thought process, your thought pattern. And your thought pattern eventually influences your actions and your behaviors then influence the trajectory that you put yourself on. So what I'm saying is what you're consuming is a direct correlation to what you will become. So if you don't control what it is that you consume, how can you control the outcome? So if you're not in control of the professional development that you're taking, if you're not in control of the skills that you're acquiring, if you're not in control of the things that you are learning, how can you be sure that you're learning the things that you need to learn in order to become the teacher you wanted to be? So that's why it's so important for you to develop your own transformation plan, to self-assess to see what skills you need and take control of your learning so that you can acquire the skills that you need to acquire to do the thing you need to do to make the impact that you want to make. It's on you. It's on you. You got this. You are in control of your career, right? I love yes, I look out for classes, seminars, online workshops based on what I need to know. Carrie, you are on the right track. Keep it going. Right. So we said we are going to discover our unique impact method. We said we are going to develop our well, no, we're going to discover our unique impact method. We're going to decide on our system of support and we're going to develop our transformation plan. Those are the three things that we can do in order to make this not just this school year the best school year, but to become the teacher you've always wanted to be. Can you see how doing those things will help you become the teacher you've always wanted to be? Like if you really step into your uniqueness, if you surround yourself with supportive people on your journey, right? Right? If you develop your own transformation plan, saying these are the things that I need to learn and these are the skills I need to acquire, can you see how by putting those three things together, you're on the path to being the teacher that you always wanted to be? All right. So the only question I have for you is based off of this 17-minute conversation that we just had, do you feel confident that with no help and no questions, you can just go ahead and do this on your own? Probably not. Like it's a good start, but you probably need a little bit more. There are some strategies. Okay, well, how then do I step into my uniqueness? Right? What if, like Donna was saying, where am I going to find people to surround me? How can you give me some strategies? Can you give me some resources? Can you give me some online groups that I could join? And how am I going to find my own transformation plan? How am I going to do that? Where can I make this happen? If you still have some questions, if you still are thinking, I love this, I want to implement this, but I don't even know how, let me introduce you to the best possible way to make this happen. Is that all right? Literally the best possible way to make this happen. We put together a 3-day summit next week, August 27th, 28th, and 29th. And literally for the 3 days, what we'll be teaching is the 3D effective teacher success formula. What I just told you. Day one, we're going to learn how to discover your unique impact method. Day two, we're going to talk about how to decide on your system of support just for you, Donald. And then day three, we're going to talk about how to develop your transformation plan. Over 3 days, it's completely virtual. People have been asking about that. It's completely virtual. You can sign up. You can save your seat. We'll be there 7 p.m. Eastern this time, 7 p.m. Eastern for 3 straight days, providing as much value as possible to make sure that you literally own these skills. I can't do this in 15 minutes, but to make sure that you get these skills. And it's not just going to be me. I'm hosting, but I've had some amazing, amazing, amazing leaders in the educational industry, amazing presenters that are going to help us with this. We have Mr. Tom Pescé, we have Ms. Kris Lacey, we have Mr. James O'Neill that are really going to help drive home the 3D teacher success formula to make sure that you become the teacher you've always wanted to be. So the link is in the description. If not, I'll put it right here. It's just newteacherbigimpact.com/summit. Newteacherbigimpact.com/summit. Right. And if you can't find it, you can go to my page. It is, I promise it's there. Right. Newteacherbigimpact.com/summit to save your seat. The ticket prices start at $47. And then for the ticket prices start up, sorry, Lori threw me off. It's a week away. We have literally 7 days. The ticket prices start at $47. And the $47 is for the standard general entry where you get the access to the live show plus 24-hour recording, as well as bonuses from myself, my classroom management made simple course, bonuses from Tom Pescé, his 52 ways to identify your magic. And a bonus from Mr. James O'Neill, which is going to help you find student voice. All those completely for at no cost to you, included in the purchase price of the $47. And then the $97 VIP allows for a private Q&A. So Donald, we can sit down and have a Q&A about how to really, but an hour before the show, we'll talk about all the questions you have. It'll be on Zoom, not like this. So we can talk back and forth, but you also get lifetime access to recording, plus all the rest of the bonuses I already mentioned. And if that wasn't enough, Tom Pescé said, listen, he's a world-renowned magician, keynote speaker. He's literally amazing. When I met him, I said, I have to get him here to speak to us, right? And then he said he will take $500 off of a presentation for your school for anybody who has a VIP ticket. I've literally never heard of that before. All right, so just for you attending, if you have the VIP ticket, he'll give you the resources to reach out to your school and he'll take $500 off the price. Literally, you're not seeing this. This guy was just in Vegas doing a magic show. Look at his page, Tom Pescé, TomPescéofficial.com. Right? Check it out. This summit is going to be amazing. I'm super excited. Donald says I'm already registered. Shout out Donald. I know Lori is too. Lori, can't wait to see you. I saw that you registered. Donald, can't wait to see you there. And if you have the VIP, I can't wait to talk to you face to face. This is a start for me. I'm feeling discouraged. Finding you have inspired. I appreciate that. My whole goal, listen, I don't take this lightly. I truly, honestly, I struggled so much as a teacher. I'm still in education, but I struggled so much as a new teacher. And my life. Okay, well, let me take it back just a little bit. Since you're here, normally I'll end it, but I'm talking to you, Donald, right? As a child, I struggled so much in the classroom, and I felt like I never had the teacher that I could really lean on that would assist me and grow me. And that's why I said I want to become a teacher, because I want to be the teacher that I always wanted and never had. Then as a teacher, I struggled so much. When I got into the classroom with that passion, I still struggled. And then I said, why? Like, I just want to mentor. I just want to coach. I just want somebody to bring me along. And as I went through the fire, I went through the trenches, I figured some things out. Then I became that coach that I've always wanted. So you're noticing a trend, right? I became a teacher because I wanted to be the students, what I always wanted. And now I became a coach because I want to be the teachers, what I always needed. So Donald, I got you, right? I got you. Here we go. All right. Kyla, good to see you. Said you're going to register tonight. Love it. Love it. All right. You have just let me know if you have any problems. So we got, again, newteacherbigimpact.com/summit. It should be straightforward. If you type it in, you should be good. And also, if you comment the word summit anywhere on my page, then my AI bot will send it directly to you. But I really honestly don't want you to miss out. I want you to think about it, and then you forget, and then you don't register, and then I missed it. I hate that feeling. So go ahead, do this as soon as you can. But newteacherbigimpact.com/summit. And Kyla, I can't wait to see you there as well. I'm super excited. You guys have been awesome tonight. All right. I'm glad you've been watching the Impact courses. Also, Kyla, if you've been watching the Impact courses, that means you are a member of Impact, and members of Impact have a 25% off discount if you use the coupon code Impact. Right, using the coupon code Impact, you have your 25% off. So if anybody who's a member of Impact watching that, make sure that you make that happen as well. All right. Glad that you all are here. You guys are amazing. It's 7:58 Eastern time. I'm going to go ahead and put these kids to bed. We like to do it around, we have family worship right around 8 o'clock. So we'll go ahead and make that happen. newteacherbigimpact.com/summit if you have it. And listen, I'm super excited. We're 1 week away. We are pumped and ready. And I just want to make sure that you have the best school year ever, and that you become the teacher you've always wanted to be, and make the impact that you were always wanted to make. All right, I'll see you.